Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing YouTube comments about the Jake Paul versus Joe Weller boxing match that took place recently. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. Okay, so the first comment that we've got here is from Prophet saying, use me as a like button if you're disappointed with the fight. The comment has 3.5k likes, which is kind of mad. So a lot of people are disappointed, they're hurt with the fight at the fact that Jake Paul probably paid Joe Weller to lose the fight. Speaking of Joe losing the fight, the next comment that we have got here from the legend is saying that his rival in the ring is feeling sympathetic for him, which is when you know it's peak. And he lost his dignity and pride because he managed to accept Jake Paul wanting him as a backup dancer in his diss track. M Shaq seems like really surprised that Joe couldn't beat Jake. He said it's shocking, it's mad. Okay, so we have the parkour master here talking about Joe Weller's comments over the last few years. In 2018, he's saying, he's motivated, he's gonna fight again, and he's gonna be serious, no banter, no joking around. Now, a year later, he's saying that he's not interested in fighting again. Those days have passed. So it just goes to show that everyone's opinions and hobbies can just change with the flip of a switch. Okay, so we can see that AEW wants Joe Weller to revert back to his original videos, his abandoned house videos and stuff like that. They don't want him to, conform to this boxing trend that's going around. They just want him to go back to what he did before. Kind of like how you guys want me to do raps again. But my hobbies and interests have changed since then. Okay, so we got AJL here feeling real confident saying, Joe, well, let's have it. Let's throw hands in the ring. Let's 1 versus 1, mono v mono, each other. If you think you're the big man, then take me on. That's what AJL is essentially saying here. And he seems kind of full of himself because he says that despite the fact he hasn't had a boxing lesson in his life, he hasn't trained, he'll still manage to beat Joe Weller in the fight. And he says that it's Joe Weller's chance, his last chance to redeem himself after the L and embarrassment that he took from Jake Paul. My guy Raffle gets to saying, if you can't beat them, join them. And this is the case with Joe when he decided to join Jake's diss track, as I explained earlier, which is kind of weird because how are you going to join a diss track against you, making fun of you, and you just accept it, you just firm it like that? Like, that just doesn't work, bro. I'm sorry. You gotta stand up and have some dignity. Yeah, as Alfie said, it's kind of mad that Joe Weller didn't really do anything to beat Jake Paul. He just stood there and didn't really do anything. And yeah, he is kind of sucking up to him and just following him and accepting what he said by just being in his diss track. It's a bit weird considering that Jake Paul is kind of the enemy. Like, no one situated in the UK rates him. Because Joe didn't really do anything against Jake in a boxing match, I think it's pretty fair to assume that Jake did pay him. But the actual amount that he paid him is still yet to be known. I assume it'd be a fairly hefty amount of money if Joe's just not doing anything and he's allowing Jake to just run rings around him effectively. Shout out Memulus for making that banger video on Craig, aka Ryan Franklin. Only the real ones will know what I'm referencing here. But yeah, Memulus literally identified Ryan Franklin as wannabe Joe Weller 53. So we should have the makeshift Joe Weller fight the real Joe Weller in a boxing match. Yeah, Jake wants JJ to think that he's, real tough, beating Joe Weller as well. He doesn't want to lose to Joe Weller considering that that's the person that JJ beat. But the fact that he beat him, now Jake's using that as a way to say, look, I beat Joe, so now I'm the real deal. So basically, Lucas is saying that once Joe Weller threw in the towel, his mate Ali, aka Anison Gibb, just had to dip as well. He's low-key trying to emulate what Joe Weller is doing with regards to anything related to boxing. Okay, so Franklin is saying that Joe Weller did worse than Deji. Yeah, he probably did. Deji really held his own in the ring against Jake. Everyone thought that Jake would just completely destroy Deji, but that was not the case at all. Deji really did bits and he held out for a very long amount of time, way more than anyone else expected, whereas Joe Weller just got knocked out fairly soon into the match. But then at the same time, Jake did pay him. Logan versus Ski. and Jake versus Soulja Boy. Yeah, I'm sure Logan versus Ski will be, a really good fight. Ski is the clear favorite to win the match. And as for Jake v Soulja Boy, like, touche, mate. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Jake is just saying this just because he's too scared to fight JJ. Soulja Boy realistically isn't gonna throw hands with Jake. Let's be real. Okay, so this comment is directly referencing Joe, as this was in his video about the Jake versus Joe Weller match. But yeah, this guy literally has Savage in his name. He has no chill. He's not holding back. He's saying to Joe Weller, he should be a verbalist. Stick to that, as opposed to, being a boxer. Because now, after that Jake Paul match, his boxing days are over. And to be fair, Joe Weller does use words in a funny way. That's what he's known for, saying stuff like washer mashing and all of that stuff. For some reason, I have a feeling that Joe wouldn't deny it. This comment explains one of the reasons why I respect white collar boxers and professional boxers alike, because mentally it can be extremely draining, having a boxing fight with someone, and it can take a huge toll on your brain, even if that boxing match took place a while ago. Like the Joe Weller versus JJ fight took place like February 2018. A year has passed roughly. He's doing another fight and it's still affecting him. That just shows that boxing can be really tough at times, especially not just physically but up there in your brain. As a fellow Brit myself, I can relate to what Farhan is saying here. Obviously Joe Weller's based in the UK. He's from the UK. We were all backing him. We were fully supporting him. We wanted to legally beat the crap out of that American scumbag Jake Paul. Like, we were backing him. That's why we're saying, come on, you can do this, bro. He went to Jake Paul's backyard in the US, UK versus the US, but unfortunately, Jake Paul had to bribe him to win. Anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out. Too much on my mind, yeah. I can't make my mind up.